Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote, welcoming you to our new season of Europa Universalis 4. Now, as you can see here, we're already up to 122. The Third Rome Immersion Pack just came out, which I know has caused actually a lot of arguments in Let's Players and the EU4 community, because, I mean, they just put this out 2 months. No, 3 months. 3 months after Mandate of Heaven. So we'll just see how it's going, what it does. It didn't change much. Right now, I was looking through like a lot of the patch notes. It did clean up a few things. This might actually have been the cleanup that 121 was supposed to be. So we'll see about that. What we're gonna do this episode is we're gonna look through. I mean, it's not gonna be as immersive as say a brand new DLC. But we're going to be looking around to see what's different, what's changed, and we're also going to be playing Moskvu. Yeah, I know, it's the easy mode basically for Russia, because what I'm planning on doing is, the real scope of this is we're going to be basically giving Third Rome a kick in the tires, see how it's going, and we're going to be doing a sort of achievement chase. I'm going to still be trying to chase an achievement, but it's not going to be as high a priority. But what achievement is going to be is the Redecorating one. That is new for 122. What that is as an Orthodox country, you want to take over basically Rome and make that state a metropolitan, which that just means I wonder if that's its own state here. It kind of looks like a division. Anyway, it's the new mechanic for Orthodox that any state that has 30 or more development in it. Now, I don't know if that means it has a city in it that is 30 more development, or if the whole state is just 30 development or more. But you do that, you get some authority for a little bit more admin, not admin, a little bit more maintenance. I think it's like 10% more maintenance, and then it becomes a metropolitan. A metropolitan under the Orthodox faith. So that's what the achievement is basically convert Rome to Orthodoxy and make it a center of Orthodoxy, which actually fits in a lot with the whole Third Rome ideal. Because let's have a bit of a history thing here, because you know that's kind of the point I like doing with, especially with EU4. That's all I've been playing lately. I promise I'll get into something else soon. The Russians, especially with the Orthodox faith, the reason why it's also called Third Rome is because, to them, they are the heirs of Rome. When Rome fell, that was first Rome. When it fell and split in two, into the Eastern and the Western, and then the Eastern fell. I'm sorry, the Western and the Eastern, and the Western fell, leaving Constantinople. So that is Second Rome, because that is still the remaining part of the Roman Empire. And that also leads to the Orthodoxy when they go and they're split there. When this falls, when Constantinople falls, the Russians, as leaders of the Orthodox faith, in their mind, see them as the new Rome. As since the other Romes have gone, then they must be the new Third Rome. And in fact, that's where Tsar comes from, the name for the emperor of Russia. The Tsar is Russian for Caesar. So that is actually where you get the name Third Rome from for the entire dealy-bob, is the Russians basically, especially at the time when they coined that, and they coined the Tsar title, they saw themselves as inheritors of Rome. That they're the ones, because they're the Orthodox, and Constantinople is gone and under Turkish hands by then. I think this is like in the 1600s they start getting this idea that they are now Rome. They must live up to recreating the Roman Empire or in their own image, and like that. So that is what that achievement actually is really for thematically, is, hey, if they're the new Rome, we might as well reclaim the old Rome, and this time we'll put kind of a different version of Christianity on it. Well, you know, obviously Roman Catholicism is out, and Orthodoxy is in. So now, we will be playing Russian Orthodox. We'll be Muscovy. Now, that is a very long turn, because we have to basically plow through the Commonwealth. We gotta hope the Commonwealth doesn't exist. That way it makes it a little bit easier. We gotta go through, probably through Hungary, and then into Rome. Because that's the game plan. If we go through the Commonwealth, into Hungary, into Rome, we avoid the HRE. Another way we could do it, and this is the hard mode, is go down through the Great Horde, through Crimea, then kind of hop to Wallachia, and then go through Bosnia and Serbia into Rome. Of course, that way is the harder mode because the Ottomans probably went bleh by then. So we'll see. We shall see. In the meantime, we're going to do all sorts of standard Russian things because Russian gets some interesting ideas now that they get, I believe, it's not... Where is this? You know, it might be after they actually pop into Russia that they get the really fun thing of being able to colonize Siberia without a colonist. Zang. Very nifty. That lets them go blorp, and that's why they have another new achievement of Russia conquers the entire Siberian coast before 1600. Continuing with those ideas of the time limit achievements that they started last, Mandate of Heaven was when they started exploding those because they finally wanted some answers to Big Blue Blob. So, let's light the fires and kick the tires. We are going to be Muscovy. It is going to be on Iron Man. So, we are going to call this Redecorating Rome. That is going to be the name of this campaign. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We're still going to have fun. I'm not going to be putting so much of a high thing on the achievement like I have the last couple of times, because those definitely lead to nowhere. We did good with the HRE achievement, which gives me a nice happy with thing on that. I don't think Redecorating Rome is actually going to be too tough, because Russia starts becoming Russia's, you know, as soon as that starts going. Okay, so let's look what we got here. So we have a couple other... as we know, with all this focus on the Russians, there's a few dozen more provinces, and a couple more people starting off with. We've got Pelozero, which is Belorussia, or Belarus nowadays. And Yaroslavl and Rostov are split off. Usually those guys have to stay, are staying by themselves. What I mean is they've already been eaten by Muscovy and can split off to form their own countries, but now they have their own issue. It looks like Novgorod got a couple more things, and Perm's a little bit bigger. And then you've got the Golden Horde, aka the Great Horde, down here. Ryazan and Odoza. Let's see what Muscovy starts with, because we're going to be doing this blind. I didn't actually get a chance to run through anything in Spirit Rome before I started this, and that's fine. So, who do we got? That's not going to be doing... We start as with the following vassals. So we get Pskov, which is the usual, which means we need to blow through Novgorod in order to be able to unify that. We've got, in fact, it looks like everybody here is, it's kind of like when Ethiopia got changed. We have the usual of Pskov. Actually, Pskov usually starts with Novgorod, if I remember, so that's an interesting flip there. Perm actually starts as a vassal, that's good. And Rostov, Ryazan isn't, so we'll have to eat them. Their rival is Odoyev, which is fine. Odoyev actually isn't ours either. So we've got a couple of the princes, it looks like, that start off not under our sway. We've got Rostov and Belozero, Perm, Yaroslavl. Tver actually isn't either. So these three need to get taken care of. Novgorod needs to get kicked in the teeth and eaten. There is the standard form Russian. So that's changed. That's not changed. That's the usual. You got to have Novgorod, Tver or Yaroslavl, and Ryazan or Smolensk or Smolenskas. And then you get to change into green, and you get those nifty Russian ideas, which we all know now, Muscovite ideas and Russian ideas are separate. So let's go into those ideas really quickly. So we start with tax modifier 10, that's good. Yearly army plus 0.5, that's good. Let's see, missionary strength, right. Starting that Metropolitan Bishop. Morale of armies 10. Stability cost minus 20. Fort minus 20. And probably won't get to these by then, because most of these will probably get flipped over to Russia. So you get a Diplo relations plus 1 shock damage, and then land force limit of 33% when it's if those are filled out. Let's see, we've got Conquer Novgorod and improve relations with Tver. We had... We've a reconquest on Novgorod. Let's see. On Velsk. Mostly just Velsk. Where's that reason? No, that's Moskvu. Okay, so that is our... There. We have a reconquest for Velsk. And I apologize beforehand if I butcher any of the Russian words. Or even have a bad Russian accent. I will try not to. I can't guarantee that it won't come out every now and then, and I apologize beforehand if my Russian is awful. But that's life, right? Alright, so we start with Denmark. The usual. Denmark, Lithuania, and Novgorod as enemies, so we'll keep those guys normal. You know what? We'll put these guys on hold. We've got enough in our own vassals, and then we'll take care of Kazan later. But I think what we want to do is, if we're trying to get big enough to go plow through the Commonwealth, we want to form Russia quickly, which means we need to eat Novgorod now before Denmark decides it's tasty. Let's see, Velsk. Well, yeah, so we'll take the reclaimed Velsk. Let's start getting things going. We are making 3 ducats. We got an 834. No, you know what? I think... Wow. Let's get a Diplo-Rec guy, and then we'll switch it over to mill power. That way we can get the mill power going really quickly. Oops. That did not... So, I mean, because we're still making 5. We still got a decent Grand Khanats, because we don't become a Tsar yet for a while. Ivan Rodorokovich. I believe that's Ivan the Terrible, if I remember my Russian history correct. I think Ivan was Rodorokovich, or was that Ivan the Third is Ivan the Terrible? Russian history is like the one European... Well, okay. It's the major European history that I am craptacular at. So that might be something we focus on in future research. Alright, so let's look at what we got here. If we're going to go after Novgorod now. Novgorod has 12, we've got 24. And that's nifty. Of course, Moskva and Nizhny Novgorod are our forts. So let's put a Dmitry Shmayaka right there. He's a 2-star general. We'll spit him up to Rizhev so we can take the Novgorod capital. And we'll have those guys go to Velsk. And I think force limit's 32. Alright, when we get them there, we'll build the force limit up. So let's actually pop the those down for a little bit. And we also have pretty decent change to the Orthodox faith. Let's go really quickly to see if anything's changed, because they did make a couple... Ow! Sorry, I did something stupid. They did some change on the UI. Alright, so... Especially because of Russian, we've got... So this is with a lot of the princes, the Muscovite stuff. So we need to gather stuff here, and then they'll help. Let's let's see. Not sure how we're getting gain the power yet. This is autonomy by -10 when you get reformed Subolensk. Subdebnik. Wow. See, I told you I'm butchering. Support Opechania. You get rebel factions -30. And war exhaustion -2, and get strength. So it's kind of like the banners on this one. I think that, you know, we'll find out how to raise that stuff later. That's the same. That's the same. The same. Permians are jerks. You know what? Since we've got a little bit about that. I'm gonna wait for some admin points, then immediately raise stability to 1, so we start getting some. Because after all, I am playing with all the DLC, so we will have the standard stuff of we're in the Age of Discovery, that kind of thing. So now we've got to change the Orthodox faith in that the Patriarch Authority still gives you nifty stuff, but that is not the only thing that it is about now. Now we have icons. Well, let's see what we can do with icons. You need okay, so actually now you've got something to spend the Patriarch Authority on. So we get a sort of Protestant, sort of like being Protestant, because I cannot say Protestantism to save my Gaia soul. That's okay. I can't say Arnold Palmer without like trying to stick my to fold my tongue in half either. I just have a real issue with L's. Anyway, so I guess we select one of these, and that is the icon we'll be running under Orthodoxy. So manpower recovery, discipline, unrest, harsh treatment cost. Oh, that's nice. Construction development, improve relations, aggressive impact. Ooh, that's nice too if we're going to start pushing towards Rome. And institution embracement, institution spread. That might be nifty, too. Okay, but we have to have Patriarch Authority in order to do that. You have to gain it, I think. Alright, so if you get a state, you get... if you consecrate a Metropolitan, you get that. I don't think you can... Here, how do you... Where's the button to do that? Okay, Moscow's at 17 anyway, so it doesn't matter. Maybe it's in the States view. Ah, there we are. It's in the States view. So yes, you can consecrate a Metropolitan by pushing that button there. It ups maintenance by 10, but it lowers devastation, which is actually nifty. And then you get plus 5% Patriarch Authority. I wonder if you can unconsecrate it. Probably can. That's fine. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's start with that. Yeah, the state maintenance doesn't go too high. And you can only... Okay, so that answers the question that it's got to be in a state. A state, period. That has the total of that. So now we've got 5% authority, which gives us a little bit of missionary strength, an unrest, and modifier. And you need 10 to get one of the icons. So that's that. That's the same. Yeah, that's the major thing that's the same. No, that's different, is doing that. So let's do a quick time check on that. Okay. So we're not going to get too far into this episode. I just wanted to mostly give an overview of what the plan is. Oh, right, we need... Okay, so that's going to be the downside of having so many vassals is we don't really be able to get too many alliances until we get rid of these vassals. We eat them. Num num num. But we can still be nice to some people. Okay. So let's let us be nice to the Livonians. We can... At least for now... Oh. Okay, the Kazani hate us. And the Great Horde hates us. But let's at least be nice to some of them on our borders. We don't have too much diplomatic ability. Okay, looks like Novgorod is getting off the border. Okay. We're going to bump our stacks to 15 each. Apparently 16 on that one. That was a boo-boo. Wow. Where is it? I can't see. Okay, so we're gonna make our stacks 15 each, and then that's when we're going to invade Novgorod. Gives them a little bit of a chance to build up first, but Adoyev joined a trade league, so we'll be dealing with them. Actually, that's a good question. Who are they allied with? They are only allied... Okay, right now they're only allied with Adoyev, so we can deal with them. They've got reconquests on us and Perm. Okay. So let's get that going, that going, that going. Okay. Right. Alright. Well, we'll think about at least allying some of these smaller princes. Come on, 15, 15. Alright. So, we know what time it is. It is time to go take on Novgorod for funsies. Because why not? We will have to deal with Adoyev, but that's fine. So we'll do that a conquest. I mean, we could do a humiliation. Maybe we'll get big enough to humiliate them too. We'll see. Okay, boom. Apparently, actually, they make that a 16 instead of 15, but that's fine. Okay. So we got Piskov helping us. Would it be Pskov or Piskov? Whatever. Here, we'll even give you guys... Oh, I guess we can't. Okay, so we got Velsk now. And all our buddies are helping us. Adoyev apparently isn't in on this. They are, but they're just staying there going, you know, when we said we'd help you, that was kind of a joke. Yes, it was a joke. It's funny, see? Okay, so right now we are kicking the ever-loving crapola out of Novgorod because it's fun. It looks like that most of their army is going south, so we can actually start dividing and conquering. Okay, meanwhile we're squatting on the capital. They're going to try to do the same thing to Piskov, but that's fine. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're going to Sweden. Maybe they want to go to Sweden on holiday. No. Okay. Apparently they want to go all the way up there. And you know what? We'll let them eat some of the vassal armies, because that's what they're there for, really. The vassal armies are just there to be sort of human shields. Okay, so it looks like... Did Sweden give... No. It's always that sort of, like, semi. Okay. I was like, what? Did Sweden give them military access? But, nope. Okay, so right now... Okay, so Novgorod's fallen. That's good. Let's go deal with them with the main army. While we pick off some of these scraps. Where are you going? Are you going over there? Are you gonna go take on Perm? You can go take on Perm. Get some bouncy hair while you're at it. Yes, I'm going to be making stupid jokes. My wife likes to call it dad training. Okay. Where in the nine hells are you going? You're just gonna go chill out all the way over there, aren't you? Or are you just gonna run? Well, lack of protection, so efficiency range. Yeah, we'll trade. We'll get a mercantilism for free. Well, 25 power. Where are you going? Are you running away? Okay. That's fine. We'll just use these guys to go take on Adoyev then. Oh, you're back. You're like, no, I didn't want, like, Siberia. It's stupid. Let's see. So we want money, admin. How about manpower? Because I have a feeling manpower is going to be a commodity. Can we get to... Oh, good. We'll get... Nope. They're gonna sneak. Gonna be sneaky. I have no idea what this army is doing. I don't even think Novgorod knows what that army is doing. All I know is that they've already made their first... Oh, wow, 79%. No. I'm gonna try and see if we can get that humiliate at the same time. Oh, please, stack wipe. Not quite a stack wipe, but... Oh, now that's a stack wipe. Now we'll go after Adoyev for funsies. Yeah, we're going to show you what happens when you get into alliance there, Adoyev. Wait, okay, so there we go. So yes, Poland, and we are going to have the Commonwealth, it looks like, because they did form a Jagiellon. There was some part that hoped that they would go the, no, we'll make a local, but whatever. Whatever. Okay. Now, the benefit of also beating up on our own stuff is about the only people will really piss off that make it matter is Lithuania. But if we eat Perm, Kazan, and Great Horde, there won't be too much aggressive expansion from people that might actually form a coalition. And that's always what you kind of want. The ability to eat people for fun. Alright. So let's see what we can do. We can do Humiliate. That's fun. We'll take that. Let's take some of that. So now we've got a way there. Okay. We take that. We'll take Neva too. We will never give them up. Never let them down. Okay, we won't take Neva because we want to get some cash out of this. You know, I almost think we don't take Velsk because that way we can just take it later because I'm guessing the claim on that's for a while. And is there anybody we can split off? We can make them... No. Alright, so we take this batch, which isn't a whole lot, but then again we get a free Humiliate out of it. So let's do that. And a war reps. Okay. Oh, we get 21 aggressive expansion. I don't know how we're going to live with ourselves. Screw it. We'll take Velsk too. No, we'll take that. All right. So full 100. Now we're up to 24. The overextension is actually minimal. And boom. So we'll take a Humiliate for some free power projection. We'll kick Novgorod in the teeth repeatedly until they need new dentures. Right after they claim Rzhev. Whatever. Let's look. Oh, great! So Velsk is actually a perma-claim, at least until they change, because they can't change out of the culture because it's the same culture. And we have a 1462, so we have 16 years. I'm sorry, 13 years. No. Wow. My math is terrible. 15 years! With these guys, so we can probably focus on beating up Kazan or the Great Horde later. We need to get our manpower back because we're down 15. Okay. But we do have a port that we can start making some more money out of now. Because we have Ingermanland. So, go team Russia. Alright. So that is how the great Russian Empire will get its start. In fact, boom, they already make us a great power because of that. Isn't that nifty? We'll root out a bit of corruption. We're hiring that dude. We'll take the production dude. Did. And that is how we're going to begin. So that's what we're going to be doing this season on Coyote, on Professor Coyote Plays. We're going to be playing Russia, because why not? I always seem to try to make the hardest thing for my, let's do the new DLC, and you know what, let's not. Let's go straight for Russia. Let's have some fun with it. We'll take over all of Siberia. We'll try and punch Rome. That sounds like fun. Alright, so, I hope you have a very excellent rest of your day. And with that, class dismissed.